If you're a student at Houghton High School, then chances are you've been in the hallways before. Well, if you've been in the hallways, then you've probably been exposed to some of the issues in the hallways, like this, or this, or this. Because of these issues that were mentioned, our hallways may seem unappealing or unmaintained or crowded to a newer student. So, how can we, the students of Houghton High School, fix these issues that plague our hallways? This video will show you some of the issues of our hallways and how these issues can be prevented by students. For those of you who don't know, clumping is basically when there are too many students crowded in one section of the hallway. This usually ends up affecting the flow of traffic in the hallways. As this infographic shows, when a bunch of students crowd in one side of the hallway, it blocks people's paths, which forces them to go to the other side of the hallway. This creates an even bigger problem when you realize that they get in the way of other students. You would probably think the solution is just to move out of the way, creating space for flow, but what about the poor souls that might have a locker right here? The ideal solution to this problem is just to not clump in the hallways at all. But then a new dilemma arises. How do you talk to your friends in the hallways? Well, here are some solutions. There are many benches all around the school, which are a great place to sit and talk to your friends before and after school. Also, the commons area is a very good place to talk to your friends. And also, probably one of the better areas, especially for before school, is the cafeteria. Sometimes, students may not close their lockers fully or may leave their supplies out in the hallways. To fix this, always clean up after yourself and close your locker when you're done using it. Also, put any stuff that you find in the lost and found if you think it's necessary to do so. If you for some reason don't know how to close your locker, this is how you do it. Easy as that. This next part is pretty important to remember for hallway etiquette. If there's one thing that you should know about hallway etiquette, it's that you should just never run in the halls. Walk at a normal pace like this when you're in the hallway. If you're ever using the hallways between classes, you should always be doing it as quietly as possible. If you're loud in the hallways during classes, you're just going to end up disturbing the classes. If you're in the hallways between classes, just do what you need to do as quickly as possible and by making as little noise as possible. Also, you should never linger in the hallways. You should be focusing on getting back to class as soon as possible. If we all follow the basic hallway etiquette, then we can make our hallways a better place for students and staff members of Houghton High School.